I just want bucks. Okay.
Out of Florida, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna keep going down that road with y'all, man, because by now y'all pretty much see what I see, you know what I mean? And when I started this car page, I made a post that had all the work Kenny did to my car, and everybody was able to see what Kenny work is outside of the paint. Y'all see these finished products. Kenny never shows a car in bare metal. He always shows a car once he put epoxy primer on it. A real car builder don't even need to put epoxy primer on your car, man, when it's in bare metal. You know what I'm saying? Because bare metal builds need to be worked on under air-conditioned climate anyway. But they got all type of different chemicals that can be wiped on a car to keep the car from surface rusting. All of that, man. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna always say I'm wrong because I'm going at this dude. But y'all gotta understand something, man. I got one kid. You know what I mean? And $57,000, man, is a lot of money in 4.5, 5 months. That's a lot of money, man, no matter what way you look at that. And for somebody to take my hard-earned money, but not only take my hard-earned money, a person that already knew what I had already been through in my previous car situation. What's up, Solomon? How they ride out there, man? Be careful. Took my hard-earned money after knowing what I had already been through, and then take me through an even worse situation with a promise. He sold a dream. He sold me a dream so cold, and I bought it like everybody else bought it because I'm looking at his work from the internet. But the first day that I went to the shop and I car and he told me how much Rod Wave spent, I realized this really wasn't my shop. And I allowed this dude to work on my car for about 3.5, 4 months, and we argued because every picture that he sent me, I guess he thought it was cool, and I'm not happy with that. I'm like, nah, bro. So he got to say, bro, you never satisfied. You can't do that to my vehicle, man. You can't do that to me and expect me to buy that. You know what I mean? And there was no disrespect towards Kenny or I95 or Bobby Joe, none of them. But if you're going to charge a premium price, you need to give me a premium product.
That's a fact, man. My money, my rules.
That's how they go. You know what I mean? If you're going to give a nigga 85%, then you can't charge me the way that you charging me with the mindset that you're only going to give me 85% of a vehicle. Because I'm not expecting nothing to be perfect. However, I know the difference between quality and putting lipstick on a pig. He chopped my car up so bad, bro. It cost me $20,000 to have Fresh Wells put the car back together, man. I can't make this up. Go on Fresh Wells page. I had to put a new, but Rod is the look at that car. I fucks with the owner, but what?
Man, I'm finna start this over for everybody that's just getting in here, man. Let y'all go ahead and hear what's going on.
Side of Florida, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna keep going down that road with y'all, man, because by now y'all pretty much see what I see, you know what I mean? And when I started this car page, I made a post that had all the work Kenny did to my car, and everybody was able to see what Kenny work is outside of the paint. Y'all see these finished products. Kenny never shows a car in bare metal. He always shows a car once he put epoxy primer on it. A real car builder don't even need to put epoxy primer on your car, man, when it's in bare metal. You know what I'm saying? Because bare metal builds need to be worked on under air-conditioned climate anyway. But they got all type of different chemicals that can be wiped on a car to keep the car from surface rusting. All of that, man. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna always say I'm wrong because I'm going at this dude. But y'all gotta understand something, man. I got one kid. You know what I mean? And $57,000, man, is a lot of money in 4.5, 5 months. That's a lot of money, man, no matter what way you look at that. And for somebody to take my hard-earned money, but not only take my hard-earned money, a person that already knew what I had already been through in my previous car situation. What's up, Solomon? How they ride out there, man? Be careful. took my hard-earned money after knowing what I had already been through, and then take me through an even worse situation with a promise. He sold a dream. He sold me a dream so cold, and I bought it like everybody else bought it because I'm looking at his work from the internet. But the first day that I went to the shop and I seen Rod Wave's car, and he told me how much Rod Wave spent, I realized this really wasn't my shop. And I allowed this dude to work on my car for about 3.5, 4 months, and we argued because every picture that he sent me, I guess he thought it was cool, and I'm not happy with that. I'm like, nah, bro. So he got to say, bro, you never satisfied. You can't do that to my vehicle, man. You can't do that to me and expect me to buy that. You know what I mean? And there was no disrespect towards Kenny or I95 or Bobby Joe, none of them. But if you're going to charge a premium price, you need to give me a premium product. That's how that go. You know what I mean? If you're going to give a nigga 85%, then you can't charge me the way that you charging me.
That's the fact. Kenny did say 85% work. It's on the page, and it's on Lace page. He's speaking facts, not opinions.
All you got to do is go look at Brown Sugar, and then go and look at the car that he just built, and you'll get a clear understanding on what you paying for. You gonna pay, hey bro, you gonna pay $300,000-$400,000 for a street car, a car that got zip ties on it, plastic mirrors, you know what I'm saying, all on the car, orange peel everywhere. He paid for and chunking it and said, man, I'm gonna fix that because my integrity, and I want to keep you as a customer. He would have learned a lot from me because I was gonna push him to be great. Everybody that's taking their cars over there, they don't know no better, so they not pushing this nigga to be great. My car came from a hot rod shop, not because he was doing bad work. I couldn't afford to give him the type of money that it was gonna take, and I was ready to go to the Raw show. It was gonna take me 4 years. I wish I would have stayed there now because it's still taking that amount of time. And now that I got a brand new car, it's easier now because somebody's not going over somebody else's work. You know what I mean? When I got to Kenny's shop, he told me, man, I wish, and Solomon was there, I wish I had a customer that'll let me go this far. Well, you got one. I'm trying to take it there. How we gonna do it? The man, I sent him a message. I can't make it up. I said, man, I want French bumpers. The man said $25,000 to do some French bumpers because it's gonna take so much time. You know how much? I said $25,000. But what it was, he just didn't know what to do. He just didn't know how to do it. So instead of him just saying I didn't know how to do it, he tried to beat me up on the price. And, you know, unfortunately, man, I went through that. And I'm just letting y'all know, man, everybody got a choice, right? Y'all make the choice to go over there and rock with dude. All you got to do is go look at Brown Sugar, and then go and look at the car that he just built, and you'll get a clear understanding on what you paying for. You gonna pay, hey bro, you gonna pay $300,000-$400,000 for a street car, a car that got zip ties on it, plastic mirrors, you know what I'm saying, all on the car, orange peel everywhere, failed to buff in the door jams, you know what I mean, the pitted wheels all on the frame. Like, bro, them lowrider dudes, man, they not spending $300,000-$400,000 because they got the, you know, brothers and friends and stuff that know the craftsmanship. But when you go and look at them cars, man, you can eat off of them. Eyelids on the car. Like, bro, he tried to do too much. He felt like he knew the point system. He putting all these inlays on the frame. That's not a lowrider, bro. It's a dunk. It's not a lowrider. If you wanted it to be a lowrider, you should have put some 13x7s and some switches on it and let it be a lowrider dunk, not a dunk. But that's not what he did. He tried to mix hot rod, he tried to mix low rider, and he tried to mix donk all into one vehicle. You know what I mean? But, you know, people go around here, they scamming us, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like we don't know no better. And then when I go and read some of these comments like, man, it's the baddest donk, it's the baddest donk. Bro, go back. And I want y'all to do this. And we're just going to keep it in the donk culture. Go back and look at Flacco's car. And I want y'all, because there's millions of pictures out there. I got 1 million of them on my page. I want y'all to go and look at Bobby Brown and zoom in to the craftsmanship and the quality of work that was done to that car, bro. Go and look at it. And then you tell me, am I tripping? But that's what you're supposed to do. Y'all don't want to know the truth, so y'all run from the truth and try to mask it with Lace being a hater. First and foremost, bro, how I'm gonna be a hater? Look at me and look at Kenny. Look at Kenny's life and look at my life. You know what I mean? Man, I done had 20 summers, no fumbles, literally. So, you know, with that being said, man, there's nothing that Kenny could possibly do that I can hate on. I damn sure ain't fit to hate on no donk. A donk? Like, seriously? But I can go buy 5 donks if I wanted them, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Niggas need to know their history, man, before they, you know what I mean, get to saying certain stuff to people on.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all gotta do y'all research on Lace. Y'all really gotta do y'all research on Lace. Past this car shit. Do your research on Lace. That's all I'm gonna say.
Internet, dog. Y'all don't know who y'all talking to, so I can't be mad at you. You know what I mean? I take it with a grain of salt. But this ain't a matter of hate. This is just a matter of me having an understanding with y'all. Y'all need to wake up, man. You know what I mean? Do good for business, because everybody wanted to compete against a car that he's building, which is an easy task if you really want to think about it. But Rod is the blueprint in South Florida. You know what I'm saying? SMM built. They got the perfect team of people over there because they don't have a problem with bringing a team of people together that specializes in certain areas. And that's the reason why Bobby Brown came out such a beautiful car. And the green car, Grinch, right? Everybody keep asking me to speak on that car. I fucks with the owner. But what I would say is this. That car was immaculate. It was clean. It was built right. You know what I mean? It was done correctly. And the reason why y'all wasn't able to see the car the way that the world should have been able to see it is because Rockford Fosgate.
Also, pay attention to this, man. Lace been saying the same shit every video. Only person he really been discrediting is Kenny, for real. He ain't been going at Coke or nobody else, for real. Pay attention.
Chose to use his car in the vendor booth and the sponsor booth, so he wasn't up on stands like everybody else. But if y'all go back and look at the Grinch car, the photos that Rod and everybody's posting, y'all will see how clean that car was underneath. The frame, that frame had great work. Phoenix Fab did the frame. Rod did the work. You know what I mean? SM Built and James, they put the thing together. But the reason why, no, bro, it was all over the internet, but it wasn't up in the air. Y'all was only able to see the rims, the paint, the motor. Y'all didn't get to see underneath that car because the car was never up in the air for you to be able to really see the car. That's just an honest truth. However, I don't like the fact that they copy Turbo Kid car. I just don't like that, man. You know what I mean? I feel some type of way when somebody copy, you know, anything that I do. But that's what happened to Grinch. Grinch wasn't able to really compete. But if y'all really quiet as kept, man, in all honesty, dog, my boy up in Chicago, Bag Talk car was way cleaner than Kenny car. Way cleaner. Like, from every aspect of the car, bro. If y'all go back and look at Bag Talk's donk and compare it to the donk Kenny did, no, Bag Talk didn't go with there all the fucking... Y'all get blinded by gold. Average nigga shit. Y'all get blinded by gold and lights and all that. We ain't talking about, we talking about quality craftsmanship. Go look at Bag Talk car. In my opinion, that car was better. But the cars that should have made it to the final rounds, which was the key rounds, which was, I feel Grant should have been up there against Holy Ghost. That's my opinion on that. But y'all don't know that because y'all didn't see the car up in the air. I've seen pictures of the car that was sent to me from the top to the bottom. You know what I mean? So I know the quality of work, but I also know who worked on the car. Rod worked on the car. So when you look at that, you should know who would have won that show. But it would have been two Rod builds against each other, so I get it. Man, they ain't got no quality. They have no idea of what quality mean, man. And it's sad, bro. And I hope that now that I'm finna get into this podcast world, I'm gonna go visit shops. I'm gonna go let y'all see the shops that and shed light on these big time shops. See, y'all gotta understand, a lot of shops don't want to deal with our people, man, because of the circus that come with it. You know what I mean? If the shops will start making us as customers sign NDAs that if they don't want to be associated, and I don't blame them, bro, it's a circus. Y'all niggas make everything about who got the most money, who got the most gold. It's not even about the quality of the work. It's about who got the most money, who got the most gold, and it's turning into a circus, man. Let's get away from the circus. Let's get away from the circus and let's get back to what we doing this for, and that's for the love of the cars, man. Let's get to the cars, bro. Let's get to the cars. And then if we get to the cars, it'll stop these builders from creating a circus out of the situation. It wouldn't surprise me if Freddie removed the don't category. Or if he keeps the don't category, the stipulations is going to be so high because you got to remove the circus out of it, man. Yeah, it's all about how much money you spent. You know what I'm saying? They got cars that was there, the nigga probably spent 150, 200,000 that was cleaner than the cars that was 350. It's not about how much money you spent. It's about who working on the car. That's what all of this is about. Who is working on the car, man? You know what I mean? And the reason why I don't get so caught up in the Raw show is because so many of you niggas have made that show into a circus, man. Bunch of dick riding. You know what I mean? Celebrity dick pulling. Niggas just want to be seen. Man, come on, man. That ain't what I go to a car show for, man. I go to car shows, man, to look at the quality of the work, meet people, you know what I mean, in the industry, bro. Go to a good guy's car show. You know what I mean? Half them cars that's at the at Raw show, they won't even let come in a good guy's show. They gonna, what the fuck these niggas come from? Because y'all have no originality. All the cars look alike, you know what I mean? And they all over the place, bruh. Like, real talk, man. Y'all done watered it down in 5 years. In the last 5 years, man, y'all done messed this world up so bad, bro. First, it was the racing. Everybody was shit talking each other about racing, who got the biggest motor, you know what I mean? And that was fun. That was fun. You know what I'm saying? But now it's so bad, bro. Y'all got the shops competing against one another. These shops never talk shit about each other. And Kenny always the only one that has some shit to say about somebody. It's always about. What up, bro? Hell nah, I was just talking about you on live. I'm on live right now. I'm gonna call you when I hang up. All right. That's my boy TM from Gap Racing, man. #1 in the country to me. But back to what I was saying, man. I'm gonna get off here, man. I got business to tend to. Kenny talk about every shop, and that's why everybody need to get on Kenny ass and hold him to the standard that he hold himself up to. Y'all challenge him to post his work before epoxy primer, before everything. Just start posting the work. Y'all want to see the work. Customers, start popping up at the shop. Start babysitting your build. You know what I mean? Start looking at your bill. You ain't got to go over there, you know what I mean, every day. But pop up once a week if you can. Check on your car. Check the quality of work. Make sure they working on your car. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact a bunch of these shops be pencil whipping. If 57 Freddy get to going back to building cars, that's a place that I would send a car to. Reason being, Freddie know how to build a lowrider. He know how to build a hot rod. He know how to build, he riding Ferraris and Rolls Royces. Dude, no quality work. You know what I mean? I ain't no hater. Everybody know me and Freddie past experience, but as y'all seen, we iron that out as men. We on pitches together and everything. That's what real men do. Kenny messed the culture up, man, getting on here charging people all this money. So now he got other shops feeling that they got to charge niggas the same type of money, and it really don't cost that. Not a dunk. But if y'all go to Gap Racing and look at the type of work this man does, that's unbelievable work, bro. And it's worth the money. Kenny ain't even got an air conditioner in his shop, man. You know what I mean? To be charging that type of money, dog. And he charging way too much money. Way too much money, man. You know what I mean? For shitty work. I knew he was a culture vulture when he allowed somebody to come in and pay him X amount of dollars to shut his shop down and move everybody else's cars that had already been paying him to the side just so he can make some fast money. That just showed me that he had no integrity. You know what I mean? And that shows you a lot about who you're dealing with. You could be bought. I like going to a shop and they telling me, man, we're going to work you in line. We're going to work you in line. You know what I mean? Y'all need, hey, man, I'm going to challenge all y'all to start looking at the Good Guys shows. Just go. You know what I mean? Gap can build a donk. You just got to be ready to spend the money for Gap to build a donk. Come on, man. A donk is not a hard car to build, bro. What y'all acting like this car is so special. What is so special about a donk? Explain that to me, man. That car is only valuable to somebody from the ghetto. You can't send a donk to the Barrett Jackson and expect nobody to bid on it but one of us. My phone, man. I offer anyway, though, man. 200 hours in body work, right? But when you go and look at a Good Guy's car, you tell me what's the difference. I'ma holler at y'all though, man. But I just want to get on here, you know what I mean, shed some light into this situation.
He getting banned. Fox reporter. We got Fox reporter.